Hello everybody, thank you for joining us today. We will be doing a crunched body posture, and this is a pose in which we are going to show a person on their knees, let's say, and really crouching very low. So if you have your pencil all set, we're going to put down some framework. So let's say that this is the surface on which the person is going to sit down, and rather than start here where I initially thought it might work better, I'm going to start here. So the knees in this case are the first point of attention, and what we do is put those knees apart just like that, unless we want some foreshortening, and we will explore that in a second. We could put the knees further apart, but let's do the conventional one in which the knees are just so far apart, and then 1 and 2. So those are actually thighs. So now we can start from here and concentrate backwards. So this is the bottom, and we have the shin and calf area right here, leg going backward. Of course that leg will not be visible, and it won't be a fruitful exercise to do a see-through either, because we do not necessarily need it. And then we have the thigh, and we round that up like this. Let's now go into the remainder of the framework, and which is the reason why we are actually putting this little exercise together. And we will use very faint strokes, just do a curvature like that. So just that far, and it could be just a general one. You could even do 3 and then pick around 1 which you think might be a better placed curve for this exercise. And then we have the shoulder set like that. So let's say 1 and 2. So those are the delts. And let us now go ahead and play around with some of the things that we can do here. So the knees we'll put out right away. Usually the skin goes like that. We're talking about the lower thigh skin. So knee, and again lower thigh, or the back of the thigh, sorry, and the foot placed like that. So we could make it even like flat as in you could just go right back and put it like that, but I think like this looks more, it has more character. And then we're going to determine, let's say the chest area is right there, collar is right here, and there's the ab crunch, and everything is going inward, as you see, like it's deep crunch, the upper back and the lower back. And now we place some other features that we would like to work with. So delt and delt. Let's say we have one hand reaching out, so like that and like this. The curvatures like that will just help you give more definition. And we put in a thumb, index finger, and a middle finger, just to give a little feeling of a hand here. and there's one hand placed on the floor. The other hand could also be placed on the floor, so we'll have to extend that delt like this, depending on how defined the structure of the body is that we are trying to replicate here. And then of course we'll have fingers like that, or well, let's first put down the head, and the head, let's say suppose like this. The head will really look good there's a dimension that we are looking for, so eyes, nose, and mouth, and of course there will be the skin structure, collarbone, and all that coming in. The head will really look good with that placement, but we can do so many other things with this. So this feels like a dancing pose in which they go down like this sometimes, and we have all seen this. They'll just throw the head back like so. There's the ear, there's the lower, there's the jaw, there's the area under the jaw, and nose, ears, and mouth. But of course we can do even more with this pose, which looks as if the person is not very mobile, and it is surprising how many different things we can really play around with here. So let's see here. So we can also, let's say that we are trying to see the person has a cramp or something, and the person just kneel down on the floor, feeling discomfort. We could also do this. So arm, upper arm, lower arm, and the hand. And the hand could go inward. We actually saw an illustration on Google that was that portrayed this particular one that we're just doing right now. So there's another option, and we did not move the legs or the placement thereof. And now we come to that part where we mentioned at the beginning that the knee could be farther apart, and we could do some foreshortening. So if we were to move the knee outward, this knee, even that could, but it would be a stretch. This one, if we move here somewhere, so very simple. And we will remind that we have other videos that really focus on foreshortening and different placement of the anatomy of the legs, the hands. So we'll just bulk that up. This can remain exactly where it is. This will bulk up a little bit, and the placement of the foot will change a little according to the shift here, because we have to show the foot going further backward or inward, and it will just become a tad bit shorter according to the placement. So just those few options that we can work with. We can even do more. It's, for instance, if we have to do the redoubling pose here where the person is in discomfort and just went down, feeling a cramp or something, we could also go like this. So hands inward, not outward, as I started off there. So hands coming right in, and the other hand can go somewhere there. So a lot of things that we could do with this. We could also have the person, if it's again one of those swan-like dancing poses, have the hand stretched outward like that. And of course the other hand would also follow and be placed accordingly. So all those different things that we can work into this particular pose, we'll just highlight the very first one that we started off with so that this does not look as messy. So we do put out content every day, so please subscribe, please keep in touch and explore our other videos as well that focus on extreme poses or crunched poses or a host of other anatomy and body features. Thank you for watching. Have yourself a wonderful day.